Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Gun, gun, gun! 21!
Now Ryan on second down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, Cousins dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. For the Falcons, Charles, we talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker, Deion Jones, for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
On second down, here's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Third and long, it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Gun, gun, gun!
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
For the Minnesota Vikings, earlier you and I were breaking down Kirk Cousins' season and the disappointment there, but they go from 13-3 to 8-7-1, and this was a team that many thought off. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Go ahead, go ahead. Place it hard.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Go ahead, go ahead. Place it hard.
4th down, Cousins. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because, remember, this is a rematch game, just like in the NFC, where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Ready, ready. Right there. Wait. Gun. 21.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He's going to loft it, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, flipper.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Vic Beasley in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back of the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams, against Michael Thomas, receiver of the Saints. In the last game, Michael Thomas really got over on him, over 200 yards receiving. And the Saints said that was the game plan to attack Marcus Peters. He vowed it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start the drive with Cook. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, flipper. Move.
2nd down, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out. And it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins now on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Wait, the hot.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins rolling to his right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Morgan. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing, Cousins. Forced out to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Cousins now from the 50. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he finds Cook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And he puts it through. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Julio. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins flushed out right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's intercepted. Bruce Carter with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. He spins free. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Cousins on 3rd and 2, escaping the pressure right. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Cousins now. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 4 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
21.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now out comes Minnesota. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there, Cousins to his tight end Rudolph, and even 40 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now a run with Cook, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They run it again with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brooks Reed coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On 1st down, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now Ryan on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
There we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Hardy, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us, for my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And off we go from Lambeau. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A note on Aaron Jones, by the way, Charles, it kind of surprised me. He actually led the NFL this season at 5.5 yards per carry.
He's one of those players that doesn't get mentioned nearly often enough for his explosiveness. But when he touches the football, good things happen for the Green Bay Packers. Unfortunately, didn't play in the early part of the season, then got hurt in the late part of the season. All of his production had to come in the middle. 728 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns. I'd love to see his production over a 16-game schedule.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
319.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. They find some open field here. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Ryan. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They give it to him running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Earlier, Charles, we were mentioning about how Green Bay missed the playoffs this last year. You know, they had made the playoffs 8 straight years, 2009 to 2016, but now 2 straight years without going to the playoffs. And when you're playing in a town called Titletown, USA, I don't know that you're accustomed to that.
This feels to them, even though it's just been 2 years, this feels like the days when they went through former legends leading them. Bart Starr, Forrest Gray. Even Lindy Infante came in, had a 10-win season, but none of those resulted in a playoff appearance. A lot more years then. The Packers don't want to get back to that now. This cost Mike McCarthy his job. The new head coach wants to set
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Lets this one rip toward Graham. That's caught at the 25. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the deep.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And he'll bang that one through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. Trubisky finding White on a big play. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Chicago 1st down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky.
Hurry, hurry!
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 47 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
For the Chicago Bears, Charles, it's kind of the dust settles on this season. How do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that. But this is a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won the division in 2019, their first NFC North title since 2010. They acquired Khalil Mack to begin the year. And remember, they had a heartbreaking loss at Green Bay on a Sunday night to open the season. A lot of teams would have gone south after that. Instead, they went 7-1 at home, won 9 of 10 to close the year. They're going to be heard from in the seasons to come.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Going up top. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And here now come the Falcons. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Ryan. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he'll go down at the 28. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, wait.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Space, space. Ready, 25. 36. Gun. Right. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
18.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. On 1st down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football, Down he goes.
On second down, here's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are in for 6. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Gun. 11. Gun.
Now Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Lynch able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Ryan. Getting it down the left side to Sanu. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Left. Hey, wait. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
11. Hey, express.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ryan now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, Ryan. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley as time expires in the first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now, Ryan. Sutter with a grab over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trubisky will throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he gets it down to the 32. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18. Hey, 18. Move.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Gonna let one fly for right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, 32 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now Ryan on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
20. Gun. 20. Hey, let's go.
To throw again is Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A great play there, 98 yards, and the Bears have broken the tie.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow him to get.
It got his man complete. There he goes right side. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 68 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. They'll look to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
He's back to throw, and that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Get up!
He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Clock still rolling here. Fourth down.
Yeah, they've got to remember they cannot spike it. Fourth down, as you noted.
Now a desperation throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. First down now, but that clock rolling. Ryan to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Got it. Ready, set. Ready. There we go. Here we go.
Now Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
You can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back 25.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth, to come back and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense.